Okay, welcome to our next installment of the Crusher Math channel. We're going to be going over today, by special request, a number of people have been asking about this, the order of operations. A lot of people have been misled, really the best word. A lot of people have been misled and mistaught how the order of operation works. So we're going to get straight into it. My beautiful assistant will take a look at the blackboard. You'll notice that I've crossed out PEMDAS and I've told Sally to go home. We're not going to be excusing Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, whatever. No matter how much you say please, we're not excusing her. Right? All of this nonsense doesn't help. All right? Order of operations is very simply a hierarchy. And at the top of the hierarchy is not parentheses. It's grouping symbols. Grouping symbols are any symbols that group something. Okay, what's a group? More than one number. So if you got sum of numbers, subtraction of numbers, more than one number, inside symbols, those symbols are grouping symbols. Plain and simple. After grouping symbols comes exponentiation. I put a to the b. After that comes multiplication and division. Notice they're on the same row. Multiplication and division are on the same row. So PEMDAS, and please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, where the M comes before the D, is again unhelpful. And addition and subtraction are on the same row. And when you have operators that are on the same row, you need a rule about the rule. And that rule is very simply left to right. You have two operators that are on the same row occurring in the problem, you work them left to right. Let's give a few examples so you'll see what we mean. Okay. Notice there's parentheses here, but how many numbers are in the parentheses? Beautiful assistant, how many numbers are in the parentheses?
One.
One. It's not a group. One's not a group. It's just one number. So there's no grouping symbol in this expression. Okay, the parentheses are acting as multiplication, which is, as you saw, much lower in the hierarchy. So this is not, we're not going to do the parentheses first and get 18 squared. That don't make sense. What we're going to do is 6 times 9, which is 54. Right? So a couple of things here. Notice that the parentheses were just multiplication. Okay, there was no reason to think of parentheses coming first here because it just don't make sense. They're not parentheses. We want to talk about grouping symbols. All right? Let's look at another example. Uh, 6 divided by 2 times 5. Right? Now again, a lot of people think because M comes before D in some made-up word like PEMDAS that I'm supposed to do the 2 times 5 first. That's wrong. This again is not equal to 6 divided by 10 or 3/5, whatever. The whole thing is wrong. Just wrong. Okay? It's not 3/5, but this does equal 3 times 5, which is 15. We go left to right when there's both operators on the same row. Okay, so try and avoid, I'm just going to get back up here, try and avoid thinking or remembering, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, forget PEMDAS, they lead you astray. The key thing is grouping symbols. If you got a group, That's got to come first if they're inside some sort of a symbol. Parentheses, brackets, absolute value, it don't matter. If you got some symbol that's grouping numbers, they come first. Okay? Hope you enjoy that. See you at my next video. This is Dr. Crusher, crushing math.